Hi, my name is Julie and I'm with the Pigeon Letters Design Team. Today we are going to be making an acrylic landscape collage. It's really easy and fun, low stress, so I can't wait to share it with you.
Okay, so this is everything you're gonna need for this little project. We're gonna start with the colors first. I already have them out on this palette, and it is phthalo blue, phthalo green, which is kind of a blue-green color, yellow ochre, which is a warmer yellow, and then white, easy. You're gonna also need a wash brush, which is just one that's flat like this. I'm using the 1-inch wash brush, but if you have a smaller one, it should be fine. A white paint pen. This one is oil-based, so it won't smudge, but if you don't have a paint pen and you just have like a gel pen, or you can just use the white paint after everything's all dry. Some scissors. I'm using painter's tape. You can use washi tape. It's cuter, so it's more fun to use sometimes. And then for the paper, this is just a piece of acrylic paper, so it kind of has like a little grit into it, if you can see that. And then this is just a piece of watercolor paper that I cut down to 5x7. You can use that or cardstock. Just, you want it to be a little bit thicker to be able to hold your paint. So if you just want to use 2 of these, that's also fine. And then some glue. I have this gigantic bottle of Mod Podge because I used all my other glue, but you can use any glue that you want. Grab some clean water, and then probably a little towel or something just to clean up your mess. So what we're going to start with is this little piece. This is what your final piece is going to be on. Super cute little 5x7 piece of art. Grab your tape, and we're just going to tape off the corners. We're going to leave a little bit of an outline on the outside. So when you're taping it, take your piece and you're going to stick it on a piece of fabric and then put it on your paper. That's going to prevent it from ripping, hopefully. If it does rip, it's fine. We can touch that up afterwards. It happens. Let's see. So we're going to go all the way around. I thought the one's a little short, so we'll put that down here. Ooh. Good. And this is like I think it's a 1/2-inch size painter's tape, which I like using because, I don't know, I go through a lot of it. And it's not quite as precious as the really cute washi tape that I love. All right, so we are gonna paint just this, really like the top third, really quickly. This is gonna be your sky. So go ahead and grab your brush. We're gonna use the blue and the white for now. So kind of mix it in there. I like to mix a little bit of water. My paint is really thick. And we're just going to, we're not really blending. We're just doing some brush strokes, different directions. When I do it, I don't like to wash my brush off. I just kind of like to put it right into the next color. Boop. All right. So after you do a few swipes, this is, if you're doing a bigger piece, I mean, you can absolutely do this 8x10 size. You just, it goes quick and it looks a little crazy. Don't blend it though. And then grab a little bit of the yellow and just like right down towards the bottom. You're just gonna put a few little specks in there of the yellow. Okay, so it's gonna look like that, as you can see. And then just, when you pull the tape off, leave this bottom one on here because when we add the collage piece, it's gonna give you, keep it evenly spaced, if that makes sense. So when you pull it towards the paint. Okay. Stick that over there. All right. And then go ahead and shove this off to the side for now. And we can fix these little smudges up later. You can always just put a little water, wipe it off. Touch that up later with some white paint. It'll be no problem. Okay. So go ahead and take this, set it off to the side. Now you're gonna need your bigger sheet of paper. This is the one you're gonna use for the collage. This is, I think, like a 9 by 12 or something. We don't need that much. Do about half. I like to slide a little piece of scrap paper underneath the corners so that I don't completely wreck my desk or whatever little work surface I'm using. Okay, so kind of the same thing. We are just going to be doing little C shapes, different directions. Start with the blue. And I did mix a little bit of flow aid in my acrylics, so you can do that. As you can see, they kind of don't. I like them thicker, but I mean, you do want them to actually paint the page. So again, without rinsing my brush, I'm just going back and forth between green and blue right now. Get a little bit of a base going. And this is when, oops, this is when we're going to start adding in a little bit of the yellow and the white. And so when you don't rinse your brush in between, especially with these 3 colors, it is going to start making some different shades of blue, or not blue, different shades of green. And I just love how that looks. If you feel like it's getting a little muddy, feel free to rinse your brush off. I think that's what I'll do right now. And then go right for the white. So start with the places where you have some spots, and you're just kind of gonna scrape it down. And I love this part. And any of the places that maybe look a little bit too dark for you, just hit it with the white. And they don't need to be perfect, you know, little C's or anything like that. But I kind of cross-hatched, I guess would be a good way to describe these. I mean, we're going to cut it up, so don't be too precious with it. Which I feel like is that's my art theory anyways. So as this dries, it's going to be a little more muted. If you can see, I don't know if that's too shiny. I made one of these earlier, so you can go ahead and pause the video
get some coffee, do whatever. And I'm gonna set this one to the side. Okay, and here's some that I did earlier just for, you know, time's sake, so I don't just sit here while we literally watch paint dry together. So here's what I've got from earlier. And we are just gonna start cutting some cute little hills. Okay, and we're just gonna stack them. There's gonna be about 3 or 4 little shapes. So I think you can kind of move it around and see what colors you want to start with and how high you want to go. I think I'm gonna go to about here. So I'm just gonna cut like this. Okay. And then you can eyeball it. You can use a ruler. I like to remain slightly chaotic and I just scratch it like this. Okay. We can probably, let's see, I'm gonna trim this apart. All right, so we are going to add a little mountainy rolling hill shape to the top here. So that little guy is gonna go about here, I think. I'll get him a friend. Maybe this little section here. And please don't use your scissors like this if you feel like you're gonna impale yourself. Just use a pencil. It is a little bit more fun though to do this. Not gonna lie. Okay, try to get that right on the line. All right, let's see. Cute. Okay, maybe one with this pretty green. Nope, hold on. I think we're going to do 2 more little hills. This one. So I'm kind of just alternating little S shapes for each of the little hills. If you want to make them a little pointier, that's fine. Okay, I think this little guy is going to go right at the bottom. Little mini hill.
cute. Okay, so before we glue them on, grab your paint pen, shake it up if you've got one. Otherwise, if you just are using like a gel pen, also fine. Just, I don't know, sit and wait while I shake it. All right, so if you're using a paint pen, you have to wake it up a little bit. And we're just gonna draw some really cute, simple little abstract squiggles on our mountains. Okay, so first, start with the back one. I like to leave them like this so I can see. All right, so I'm gonna add cute little dots to my sky. Okay, so we've got our first mountain. Just drawing some literal squiggles on this piece. My pen. There we go. Okay, so this little guy is going to go here. And then the next one, I think we're gonna go kind of follow this little dip. This little guy will do some leaves. Just little C-curve lines. And this little cutie down here, I think we'll do some circles. Oops. All right. So give those like a quick second. If you used a paint pen, it's going to be a little bit wet. But we're going to glue them on and then we're done. So give it a second to dry. And then I'm going to use my gigantic bottle of Mod Podge. So again, move them over. Oops. And we're going to glue this one on first. And you can use, if you are using Mod Podge, oh, such a tongue twister. If you are using Mod Podge or something similar, you can paint over this when you're done to kind of seal it in, which is something that I do like to do sometimes. This does dry clear in case you get a little chaotic with your glue brush. I think this needs to go down a little. And these are the colors that I chose because it looks like a, I don't know, dreamy little landscape. But if you wanted to do like blues and purples, I feel like it would also be really pretty. Almost like a little mountain galaxy. last piece. And you can hold that down for a minute, rip your tape off for your spacer. And you're done. Look how cute that is. So this is a little mini, but I mean, feel free to do this larger if you wanted to make it an 8x10, glue it to canvas, whatever you wanted. It's just a really fun idea, and I just hope that you enjoyed it. And if you try it out, please tag me and let me know. All right, thank you.